Everybody, Rod Ripper Brett coming to you live from my basement, actually. It's, a good old-fashioned snow day here in Oskaloosa, and I think Alex might have mentioned that most of us Rod Rippers are teachers, so we're looking for something to do on this snowy, cold day in Oskaloosa, Iowa. So when I spoke last, I talked about some of the big fish that I was able to catch this last summer when it got really hot out, and I put that split shot on the crankbait and had it diving down to the bottom, and I got on some big fish, 5, 6, 6.5 pound bass. One of the things I forgot to mention that I was kind of experimenting with was the use of a fluorocarbon leader. And again, kind of what I do, I was looking on the internet, and I like using braided line because it's a good feel, and it's strong and durable. But on the other hand, it's visible to the fish. So, the video I was watching was talking about using this fluorocarbon leader and tying it on there, and it's almost invisible to the fish. So what did I do? I went to our local Walmart and I bought about a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader and learned how to tie it on there, and I had some success with it. So I'm going to share some of that knowledge with you right now. If you take a look down here, I'll show you the knot that I learned how to tie. And again, I'm not huge into, I do a lot of fishing, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I know way more than anybody else at all by any means. But I found a pretty simple knot. It's called an Alberto knot that I use to tie on the fluorocarbon leader. So if this yellow string is my leader, my fluorocarbon, and this, blue purplish string is my braided line, we're first going to loop the fluorocarbon leader. You're going to take your braid and put it up through the loop and pull some line through, and then we're going to wrap it down and back about 5 or 6 times. So that's all we do is how we have it like this right now, and I'm just going to give it a good tight wrap about 5, 6 times. There's 1, 2. One of the good things about this Alberto knot that I found too is it's pretty quick to do. So if you do happen to have a break off or something like that, not necessarily because of the knot's pretty strong, but for any reason that you need to cut your line, it's a quick fix. All right, so I went down 5, and you can see it right there. I just lost it a little bit. Give me 1 second. Now once I'm down 5, I'm going to go back 5. So I'm going to go overlap 5 more times. Bring it back 5 more times. It actually is probably easier to do with the fishing line than it is this yarn. And 1 more. Okay, good. So I'll try not to lose it here. She tightened up on me. Okay, now here's the key. When you do this knot, you want to send this string back through where it came from. So you see it's going, I sent it up through, so I want to send it back out the same hole. All right, and now once we've done that, we can give it a nice tug, and you are set with your fluorocarbon leader, and that's not going anywhere anytime soon. One of the things I'm tempted in doing with this fluorocarbon leader, and I'm very interested, and I've asked some of the other rod rippers what they think, is when we make our Canada trip back up to Rainy Lake, throwing that fluorocarbon leader on there rather than like a steel leader or something like that, because the pike and the walleye have the teeth that can cut it off, and seeing how that works. And we actually did take a trip this last summer, probably end of July, to Mille Lacs, and got on a few. It was a pretty slow trip, but it was dead heat of summer. We did get on a big walleye, and I had a very big pike on, and had my test set a little too tight, and it snapped off. And then we also did see a muskie, a really big muskie, so it was a pretty cool trip. But I might use this fluorocarbon leader and see if I can hit on some fish in Canada this year. My fear would be that, they might cut it off with their teeth and stuff. So if you have any comments or something on that, let me know if you've had experience with it, and just comment below, and I'd love to hear what you have to think about it or what you have to say. All right, this is Rod Ripper Brett signing off with the Rod Rippers, and no doubt about it. Have a great day.